Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Alright, boys, we go again with the Comet Rain. We are a Gemling. We are doing Cast on Ignite, just Giga Comets, and then Detonate Dead for clear in maps. Um, Using the same flame wall loop that's been found for Cast on Ignite because the Drain Ailments has been like Giga nerfed. Like you can't create the loop fast enough anymore. And then Elemental Invocation for mana sustain, obviously, and then the normal Solar Orb, Overabundance, Control Destruction, Deliberation, Exposure for bossing. For maps, I hate using Solar Orb for maps. It's just clunky. It doesn't feel good to play with. Um, so I found for maps that I like Arc the most. It has the highest damage for being a faster casting spell. Um, and the whole build revolves around Overwhelming Presence, just scaling Overwhelming Presence as high as we can. It worked a lot better last patch, but then GGG nerfed energy gain and um, like magnitude scaling for auras, and they just completely took away the line from gems. So it's you used to be able to get this to 99% through the tree with all the gem slots and everything, but they took that away. And like last season, I was playing the Burning Ground Cast on Ignite loop. Found it a ton of fun. Just a million comets raining from the sky was awesome to me. Wanted to find a way to get that to work again. And we kind of did it. Kind of. It's expensive. Um, let's see. Let's look at the tree so you can get a better look. Everything that we're doing is fire damage. We took Avatar of Fire, so everything's converted to fire at 75%. And then we scale Magnitude for Overwhelming Presence. The tree is super wonky. We get Ignite magnitude, some elemental damage, more ignite, fire damage, secondary curse for temp chains plus whatever else you want to run. Um, energy build, invocate for mana, crit, and then energy build and increased damage for triggers. Let's see. Covered the blasphemy, covered the ignites. Detonate dead. We'll turn it on for the map. Yeah, that's pretty much it, except for gear. Gear's okay. I think you can get away without running the Sacred Flame and just running a wand, like a Giga Wand with plus spells and um, mana regen might help actually, but I don't know. I mean, you're insta draining the mana. The Comets drain so much mana, so you need the invocation. Um, Alpha's Howl for increased presence and spirit. This thing is broken if you're spirit stacking. It just gives you so much damage. Plus spells, amulets. Okay, so I was for gloves. We're using the crit gloves now. I don't think you need them. I was using these. These are super cheap. They're like an X. um, just for scaling the fire damage. This is. I think you need this only if you want to do T4 Pinnacle bosses. This helps the damage a lot. It scales the Comet damage a lot. This is a warrior with spirit on it. The others are whatever else you can get for your price point, and then the soul cores, or not soul cores, they're talismans with quality of skills. This is the whole reason we're Gemling, so we can get quality of skills on everything, so we can scale that overwhelming presence to try and get that higher magnitude, so the we're igniting immediately. Like even with this low deep tooltip DPS arc, we can still ignite off of just a singular arc cast in like 90% of the time. You're igniting the entire screen because arc chains so much and it has the hardest hitting like initial hit. I would prefer to use spark, but spark just doesn't hit hard enough up front to apply the magnitude of ignite that we need to supply energy. So we're using arc until we find something better, or we find another way to scale the magnitude of overwhelming presence. Um, we just hit 90, so we're kind of I'm just making this build work, just getting everything online. Um, the Comets are at about 150. What is that? Yeah, 153k DPS on tooltip. But you'll see, they're just raining from the sky. Let's just pop into a map real quick. This is super off meta build. It's not lightning spear. Obviously, it's not cast on crit blood mage. It's all that stuff is just boring to me now at this point. I think just trying to get different things to work. That's been this whole season for me. I think is just trying to get stuff that shouldn't work to work. Oh, actually, you know what? That was concentrated effect. So for mapping, you can swap around spell cascade and concentrated effect. Concentrated effect is really good for bossing for the Comet damage, but for mapping, I like spell cascade. It's more fun that way. See, as you can see, just immediately more Comets. It's not for the weak PCs though. All my friends see this build and they're like, yeah, my PC could never. So I mean, you know you can't handle it. Probably don't try it. But for me, it's that Comet Rain dopamine I was chasing, man. Nothing quite like it. For the mana, you can see the mana like insta draining whenever comets come down. If you just hold down Elemental Invocation, like put it on a mouse button as you're running through and you're zapping things, your mana will pretty much never be a problem. We are pretty squishy, but most of the time it doesn't really matter in maps, just because. See, like I won't even switch the concentrated effect on the Comet. We'll just rock it like this, and we use Solar Orb for bosses. And yeah, that's that. I don't need to finish the map. You get the point of that. I just wanted to show the boss. If you swap concentrated effect, the boss melts even faster. You don't. The spell cascade is really just for fun for mapping. And the energy gain on bosses is absurd through the solar orb firewall loop. And you just have to have elemental invocation to keep up the mana for those comets to spam like that. Ton of fun. Try it out. Make it better. Yeah, that's it, man. Oh, you know what? Anything that I missed, feel free to reach out, ask. I will be linking the POB and making a Mobalytics build for it, so just that'll be in the description.